Welcome to The Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
Where you are now, entertain us. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I wanted to sing Nirvana. I can't sing well, and I can't sing Nirvana well. So I'm your host, Luke Hatmaker, not Kurt Cobain, back from the dead, baby. This is the Daily Grind. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Tuesday, and I got Rusty with me. I got my good buckets, my rusty buckets. How are you, brother? How are you? I haven't called you musty in a while. Are you feeling musty this morning?
I have not showered yet this morning. Still trying to wake up having coffee. So one might say I might be a little musty today, but Luke, we're doing good. Here at Bluff City Media, we are always trying to push the envelope. Too bad it's just stationary. Thankful to be here with you this morning on another opportunity to get back in the NBA playoffs tonight as the Grizzlies play the Thunder.
Stationary jokes. Oh, if you were expecting stationary humor, you came to the right place. You will also be coming to the right place tonight if you want a good time. As you can see from the bottom of the screen here, 6 p.m. tonight. I did it backwards. Ghost River Brewing Company, Old Dominic Cocktails. We will be having another watch party. Rusty will be there. Sir, what all's happening tonight?
Yeah, we're doing a live pregame show at 6 o'clock. There's drink specials all night. Kitchen's going to be open. We had a great turnout last Tuesday when we did this for the play-in game. We had still about 100 people there at midnight when the game ended. Awesome. Luckily, tonight it's a 6:30 tip, so it's not going to be that late on a school night. Y'all come out, bring your friends. It's going to be an awesome, awesome time tonight. Ghost River, it's the best venue in all of Memphis to watch the game. You've got indoor bars, outdoor space. You've got TVs everywhere. Truly is a beautiful venue. Come hang out with us. 827 South Main Street tonight. Show starts at 6.
Yeah, this will be up throughout the show. So if you missed it the first half, if you're listening and you missed it the first half, don't worry. It's going to be up later. We're going to throw it up later. Hopefully there is a little bit of a different outcome tonight. It does make me really happy though to hear that there were still that many people in the first game. For those of you who missed it, and I do not blame you, the Grizzlies lost by 51 points on Easter Sunday. Praise
I ended up just hate watching all the way to the end of it because it was just a
hate
bummer.
Watching in the middle of Easter lunch, just like
just sitting on my couch, just like
Yep. So we don't have to talk about that. The Grizzlies are down one game in the series, though, and they head to Oklahoma City again tonight with, thank God, at least a little bit more rest than last time under their belts. I don't know. Me and Uncle Buck talked yesterday. It's kind of easy to it's easy to say, hey, what do you want to build on from the last game? Because the answer is everything. Sure. Like that's sure. I don't. It's tough to say, hey, what do you want to see them do differently? Because ideally they do everything differently. But I don't know, man. This Thunder team looks really good.
Shout out Art, Wayno, Jalen. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Wayno and I were the only ones in the group chat, I think, paying attention. We were going through it together. Glad I wasn't alone in that. Appreciate you being there, Wayno. I need to see the big three, man. Like, the biggest thing I just need, like, they were absent in the last game, and Jaren has unfairly caught the brunt of it. He did not play great in game one. He's not been great down the stretch. But to pin this entire loss on Jaren when Dez was dribbling off his foot, Ja wasn't getting quite what he normally does. He was our leading scorer. He had a good game, but it wasn't a normal Ja game. Everybody was so bad. And then so it gave those fools in the spaces plenty of opportunity to come after Jaren. And then Big Perk yesterday on ESPN saying he's an overhyped player, not even a top 10 big in the league. Like, I get calling Jaren out, but what's frustrating is that same energy is not there when Ja was down, right? You wanted to blame the coach and the organization and everybody around Ja, but you wouldn't hold Ja accountable. I love Ja Morant. He's awesome, and I think he's the best player on this team, but the energy is not the same. Jaren's been bad, absolutely, and I'm with Jalen. I want to see how he responds. Like, Jaren's getting called out. Jaren is absolutely a top 10 big. He had a bad game one. He had a rough down the stretch, but like, we're not even 2 months away from him being in the MVP conversation, and then the team fell apart around him. Jaren is an awesome player. And he's going to prove that tonight. Like, I think that our big three come out tonight in a big way, and it starts with Jaren. Again, I hope he hears all this criticism and he responds in a major way tonight.
Man, and we are also not 1-2 years removed from another player, Halliburton, who was playing extremely well throughout the season, got hurt, came back maybe too soon to get the damn 65-game threshold, and didn't play as well at the back half of the season.
How about that?
Same situation. And it's just because I guarantee you it's because him and the team were both like, hey, buddy, you got to get that 65 game.
Yeah.
I mean, we say what you want. I mean, we thought that ankle looked bad. You thought it looked bad. He came back sooner than I was expecting.
Way sooner in a big, bulky brace, and that's going to impact his ability to do what he wants. I don't know that he'll be 100% by the end of the season.
No.
Body language is not great. Like, I'll own that as well. Like, I'll say, like, Jaren hasn't looked the part for sure.
That's the part that I don't like is the body language. I just would expect him to be a little bit more mature, because he's shown that he can be. That's what I don't. It's like, bro, you were capable of being the greatest diplomat, not just for this team, but that the game could have.
Again, like, the energy is different when Ja's body language was bad and everybody was like, oh, he's just boycotting the coach. And then when he came back, oh, Ja did the funniest thing, blah, 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 blah. The energy is just not the same. And again, for a guy that, like, I have immense appreciation for Jaren for what he's done over the last 2 years, carrying this franchise by himself. When Ja was hurt, Ja was making poor decisions. Ja was hurt again this year. Like, he has been absolutely a net negative to the culture of this team versus Jaren, who has carried this team for 2 seasons now. But listen, tonight's the night, man. Like, I go to bat for Jaren all the time because I see his true potential and what he is. I don't want to see him on another team come back and just beat the crap out of us, because that's what would happen if these Spaces goons got their way. But, like, tonight needs to be a prove it night. Prove it night. You know what I mean? And carried us to 27 wins because he was playing with Timmy Allen. Like, what else did you want the guy to do last year? My goodness, man. Like,
shout out Timmy Allen.
Yeah. Shout out Timmy Allen, wherever your State Farm agency is.
Yeah, wherever you are, brother.
Insurance at, man. Wherever you are, I appreciate it. But, like, tonight's the night. Like, we've got to step up and we've got to prove it tonight.
I'm trying to find okay, I got it. It took me a while. Thank you. I'm trying to get the plus minus in front of me because I knew we're talking about John Jaren, and we said Des was a minus 51.
That's brutal.
It's brutal. So when we're talking, it's worth noting, it's worth handing the blame out to all of these big three. Because you know what? When Marvin Bagley Jr. or the third, there's so many juniors and threes on this team. When Marvin Bagley is the best player, it's a little confusing, man.
Yeah. We found Timmy Allen. He's hosting Tool Time. Well done, Greer. Well done.
There you go, Greer. He's just like, when the crown jewel of the Marcus Smart trade that you got back from the Washington Wizards, journeyman Marvin Bagley, is the best player that we have, we're not operating correctly. We're not doing things right. And that's not throwing any shit on Marvin Bagley Jr., who, shout out T.I., who says that he might have stumbled into it. The Brandon Clark minutes he might have stumbled into a second big option that's not just Santi. He might have found some, but one thing that I do think is still worth noting, not just these big three, not the whole team. These guys are still kids. I just looked it up. You and I, we were in middle school when Jaren Jackson Jr. was born. Yeah.
I mean, most of the guys that win their first title win it at 27, 28. 27. And all three of our guys will be 26 this calendar year. We're going to have a lot of conversation this offseason about what this team's going to look like going forward. For me, Luke, I know I don't want to dwell on game one a ton because it was miserable. But couple things that stood out. One, I think Marvin Bagley can fill in that Brandon Clark role in a positive way. I mean, he tied Ja Morant for our leading scorer. Of the 2018 draft class, there were 3 players in this game: Marvin Bagley III, SGA, and Jaren. And Luke, if you'd have given me 1,000 bets, I would have never put a single one of them on Marvin Bagley being the leading scorer in game 1 of the playoffs. But he was 17 to SGA's 15 to Jaren's 4.
Wild.
So to me, like, Bagley has got that BC role. Yep. And if we're serious about contending, 2 things need to happen. We absolutely need to do a coaching search, because T.I., like, it felt like TJ Light. Like, it's still like every time we called a timeout in game 1,
You look lost.
We called a play that resulted in a turnover. Every single time we came out of a timeout, we turned the ball over. T.I.'s X's and O's makes me nervous. We need the adult in the room. These guys are still kids, whether that's T.I., whether that's you go get a wing like a Herb Jones or a Kuminga or a Andrew Neesmith, like somebody that can defend. But we need an adult in the room, somebody. Like, that's the biggest thing, because, like, once we got down, we were laughing and joking on the bench. And, like, I'm not going to be that old curmudgeon and be like, you need to be over at stone face when you get your butt kicked. But, like, I mean, come on, guys. Like, we're getting we're getting embarrassed, right?
It was a historic loss.
Yeah.
Literally historic.
So if you're going to laugh and all that kind of stuff, and Josh said, you know, this will never happen again. We'll never play this bad again. Brother, you better hope not, because that Thunder team is a juggernaut. It's not going anywhere. And you're playing at their place tonight. They have all the momentum, but your back's against the wall. And a team with their backs against the wall can be dangerous. And I hope tonight's the night we come out and prove it.
Yeah, one thing tonight that I'm looking forward to is maybe the wrong word. I'm curious to see, you know, one thing I do love about playoff series, I love that you can make adjustments. You know, one of the great things about coaching, I'm just excited to see because we have seen Tomas, okay, he unlike TJ will work with his rotation to figure out what works in game 2. GG was on the injury report game 1. He's not on the injury report game 2. He was on the injury report for personal reasons. He's not on the injury report today. Luke Kennard didn't play until garbage. Like, he didn't play until and he didn't play at all in the Dallas game. Like, I don't know.
Luke doesn't need to play. Luke does not need to play.
I think
we need size. I think, like, Jitty's great. Like, that's fine. He's a great defender, rebounder, but we need like a Lamar Stevens. GG, appreciate you going to church yesterday, man, or on Sunday and praying for this team. You didn't pray hard enough while you were at church and you pastels on Easter Sunday. But we need some size, because Oklahoma City just bullied little Scotty around. And, like, it worked against Golden State. It worked against Dallas. But this team is relentless, and they're big
everywhere.
And Pip just is not, like, he's just not got enough size. And so I think hopefully we can get some run out of Lamar Stevens, see what he's got. I hope you're right. Like, T.I. has made adjustments up to this point, but I was less than impressed in game 1. You basically knew you were going to play Oklahoma City last Tuesday when you lost to Golden State. Like, you knew you were going to beat that sorry Mavs team.
That's a good point.
And then we show up on Sunday completely unprepared and overwhelmed. Now, that was the best team in the NBA on a week's rest, right, Luke? We didn't even have 48 hours, like you said earlier. But we looked completely lost, clueless on both ends, and even more so after timeouts. And then they started the second half on an 18-0 run. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, I need some adjustments from T.I. today.
Yeah. There were multiple moments where there should have been in-game adjustments and they didn't happen. So hopefully they happen tonight at 6. Or the game starts 6:30.
The pregame show is at 6 o'clock.
There you go.
At Ghost River Brewing Company, 827 South Main Street. Come hang with us. Drink specials, food specials. It's going to be a beautiful night in Memphis, Tennessee. Come hang out with us. It's going to be raucous like it was last time. Again, we had a ton of folks there until midnight cheering on the Grizzlies last Tuesday. Again, I know it's a school night. It's going to be 79 and sunny this afternoon.
Early game, though.
Literally be perfect. It's going to be plenty of daylight left. 6 o'clock's the pregame, 6:30 is the tip. Be there.
Yeah, man, they've got a 6 and a 6:30 tip today, which I think is hilarious. They're not spreading out the Pacers and the Bucks game in this game. They're like, nope, just play them both. Which
that Pacers and Bucks game was great on Sunday. It was a good basketball game. It was fun to watch. Like, I hate them missing that, but not going to be watching anything but the Grizz tonight.
Yep. Let's talk about because we got some series to talk about.
We had two awesome games last night.
Yeah, let's start with the first one. Let's go with the Eastern Conference. We're still checking in with round 1. I got to watch. Actually, I had both on. I didn't have the volume on, but like, they were good. I mean, the Detroit Pistons, they won. They took one in the Garden, which I told Uncle Bug yesterday. It's not a series till the away team steals a game, and it happens. So this is officially a series. And they bounced back after looking like the younger, less experienced team in the first game, and
we all had on our bingo cards Dennis Schroeder winning the game for the Detroit Pistons in the first round of the playoffs, right? Like, that's what everybody saw coming. Exactly how we drew it up. And Jalen Brunson continues to solidify himself as an unethical hooper. Him at SGA, the way they foul hunt and hook and throw their heads and stuff, it's gross to watch. But on a big stage, Cade Cunningham, 33-12 last night, making a case for an award we're going to talk about, I'm sure, here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Memphis Tiger, Jalen Duren, 12-13. Like, that Pistons team is dangerous because they have that edge, like Wayne was talking about. They play with pace, they play with physicality, they don't know any better, and they're tough. And they're going to be a fun basketball team to watch.
And they got guys that can make shots. That's what I mean. Like multiple guys that like. That's one thing that I love. Like the fact that Malik Beasley is on this team and having the Steph Curry season that he's having. After I've been trying, I think we've both been like, who would look great in a Memphis Grizzlies jersey for like 5 or 6 years now. We're like, get Malik Beasley.
And you know what? He was 1 for 8, right? So you look at that, you're like, damn, he's 1 for 8. But I would give my left arm for Luke Kennard to go 1 for 8. Like, just shoot the ball 8 times because Luke Kennard's percentage, shoot the ball 8 times, he's going to make 3 or 4 of them. Right? Like the way he shoots the ball. And like the fact that like Malik Beasley's doing it for the Pistons in a career, he's going to finish with a top 10 all-time season 3 points made in NBA history. Like he's sitting around 7th, 8th right now, all time off the bench for the Pistons. And like they got him for like a box of Cracker Jacks and a handshake. Like
it's crazy.
Like we could have got him, but anyway, like at least their shooter shoots, man.
We'll probably talk about him more in a second too. We're gonna talk about a lot of these guys.
My flabbers be gasted.
They are gasted. I am with you. They're totally gasted. This was a big game too because the Knicks had the ball in their hands with like 10 seconds left to tie the game, and they didn't do it, and that's cool. I don't know. It's exciting. It's exciting to see. I mean, it's a Tibbs team, so we'll see what happens. Well, I don't know. This series is just as exciting as I was expecting it to be. And now, and this is incredibly.
Oh yeah,
like it's hilarious.
I mean, Bobby comes back healthy. Like this Pistons team is letting everybody know that they are all the way back.
Yeah, they back. The other game that was last night, the late game, was the Western Conference game. Oh, I just saw a piece of fuzz fly in front of my camera. Sorry. I was like, ugh. Scared me. It looked like one of the spores from Last of Us, which we can talk about later. The Nuggets got beat by the Clippers last night in Denver. We got ourselves another series, which I think many people predicted. Many people thought this was going to be the most exciting series. But holy cow, that game last night, man. Kawhi had 39 points, and it's –
looked a part of the machine, right? Like Kawhi, when Kawhi is healthy, man, like he's still one of the best players on this planet.
So great to watch too. We're talking about the opposite of SGA and Brunson are just kind of not fun. I hate watching that foul hunt and herky jerkiness, but I love watching Kawhi Leonard play basketball.
I do too. And this is going to be a great physical up and down series, but can we talk about like, what did somebody unplug Michael Porter Jr.'s controller last night in those final seconds? Because like he gets the ball at the free throw line, he turns to go down the court, and it's like his system shorts because his arms kind of do this, and the ball like flutters out, and the Clippers get it back and and then it ultimately win the game. And it's just like it was like when DeAndre Ayton a couple years ago was just going for rebound. He was just watching everybody rebound like the controller died. I don't know what happened, but it cost him the game.
It's 2 games in a row where Porter Jr. has not. I don't want to say. Well, I mean, he didn't cost him the first game because they won. He cost him that game.
He tried. He
tried
to cost. Yeah, he's not going to be in trouble because the owners also went to Missouri, but the big Missouri Tigers, and so Porter Jr. is fine. But like, I don't know. If I'm Jokic, I'm like if I'm Porter Jr., I'm avoiding Jokic in that behemoth brother of his with that Slovenian stare because like you absolutely lost that game.
Man, you know what? Did you hear what the Joker said after the first game? He said if you're not going to have what do you say? If you don't want to play basketball, if you're not going to have effort, then you should be playing basketball right now. Just like directly, it's like whoa. The thing is, they have to play him because they don't have anybody else, which is hilarious.
I mean, true. I hope the Grizzlies are listening to that because we didn't see much effort in game 1. To tie it back to the Grizzlies. But yeah, absolutely. Like he's right. Like this is when the boys are separated from the men, right? And we've got 2 men series. Last night, those were 2 big physical series. And then also tonight, aren't we all Wolves fans for the late game? Like All Wolves fans. Like, great game 1 win. LeBron's proposing to the refs. Like, it was an incredible sight. Like, go Wolves tonight.
Also, call me. I can't help it. I love watching Nas Reed and McDaniels go. I love watching them shoot. What they made 24 threes. I love watching that. And Dante will go off. I like watching that team.
They're fun. They're a fun team to watch. When Ant's hooping, like that's a fun team.
And they're all dogs too. It's nice to watch when Mike Conley is the least doggy of the bunch, and he just got a bunch of dogs that flank him. I don't know. It makes me nostalgic in a weird way for those old Grizzlies.
And they're also fun to watch because you never know when Julius Randle is going to melt down and go 0 for 12 from 3. Like, you just never know. Like, it could happen any night. Like, he'll go 3 of 4, 3 of 3, whatever, and then he'll go over 12.
Yep. We got to workshop something with Julius Randle because I said it yesterday. I think you sent it in our group chat. The greatest tweet of all time happened this weekend comparing Russell Westbrook to the item box in Mario Kart. Julius Randle is something pretty close. He's something next. He's like adjacent to the item box because
you just never know what you're going to get.
You never know. And sometimes it's really cool and sometimes it's really ugly.
Yeah, sometimes it's the blue shell and then sometimes it's the green shell. And it's just like, you just never know what you're going to get.
Or sometimes it's the banana trail, and you're like, I don't know what this is for. I don't know how to send it
either. Or the ink blot from the newer ones.
That ink blot. I don't even.
It's the most annoying thing ever.
I don't even count that ink. Or the weird like speaker. They're like,
or then you shrink and you get small. Like everybody else is like, you just run around falling off the ledge.
So much.
You just never know.
Never know. There are games tonight. I think that's the game that I'm kind of glad that they front loaded this. They did the first 2 early games so everybody can watch that late game. Who do you think's going to win the game, the second game? Do you think the Timberwolves? If the Timberwolves go up 2-0, this is going to be nuts.
I mean, I hope so. Like, I hope the Wolves do. I hope they go 2-0 in LA. Like, that would be huge, man. Come back to Minnesota with a 2-0 lead. Like, LeBron looking old, Luka looking lost. Like, it'd be the funniest thing ever if Adam Silver pushes straight through. Luka's like, nah, I still want to be here, man. I still want to be in LA.
And then Nico can be like, I was right when they go out in the first round. Yep. Oh man, his press conference was rough.
I was about to say, brother, you talk about a guy you talk about a guy that's completely lost when he said, I didn't realize exactly. He's like, I didn't realize how much he meant to the fan base. Like, I get it now. Like, brother, did you not watch a single Luka game in Dallas? Like, they loved him and he loved being in Dallas.
Did you not go out to a Walmart in Dallas? I'm assuming they have Walmarts in Dallas to see the jerseys. And I've never seen a boy fiddle with his pen. As a man who has fidget spinners on his desk, who deals with these things, bro.
Yeah, I'm constantly twirling an eraser or my headphone thing. Like, I get it, but like to sit there like this,
holding it like Gollum, bro. You can't be.
That boy looked nervous.
I felt really bad for him just because I wanted to be like, bro. Rusty, the people from our network know how to talk in front of people more than that guy did. Like, and
I'm just some redneck from North Mississippi.
Yeah, we're just happy to be here. Anyway, you can watch tonight's game. I'm assuming there will be people still hanging out at Ghost River after the Grizzlies game, after the watch party to watch the Timberwolves and the Lakers. Hang out after the game, hang out, chill, have some cocktails. Old Dominic.
Get the cheese curds, get the Memphis Buffalo wings. They're both fire. Old Dominic $6 cocktails, $5 drafts. Come hang out. Watch Jaron prove that Big Perk is the clown that he is. Because if Big Perk shares your opinion and he's a clown, ... But come hang out. Watch the Grizzlies tonight as we bounce back against Oklahoma City.
It's gonna be great, and we also it might be great. It might be great for some other Grizzlies players as we have some awards to talk about. I say Grizzlies players. There's one Grizzlies player included so far in the awards, but I think he stands a good shot.
He does.
You want to just go? We'll start with MVP because we'll just go through them. The finalists for the MVP, Kia, I love that Kia sponsor these. Kia NBA Most Valuable Player. It's Giannis, SGA, and Joker. I think that's what everyone thought. No surprises there.
No surprises.
I would vote for Joker.
I would too, and I'm not just like
we're not petty.
Henry, thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it. Like it's not being petty. I mean, Jokic is averaging 30 points in a triple double this year, like all-time season, and the only reason he's not going to win it is fatigue. That's not taking anything away from SGA. Other than he's an unethical hooper, like he's played well, but Jokic has been better.
Look, if the definition, the word is the most valuable player. SGA scored 15 points against us, and we still got our asses beat by 51.
I mean, that's it.
We win if we hold Joker to 15 and we play Denver.
Yeah,
we win that game.
Absolutely. Oklahoma City's plus minus with and without SGA is basically the same. So like they're a very deep team.
They're incredible.
That's a great point. Denver is winning exactly 0 games when Jokic scores 15 points. Exactly 0.
It's most valuable player, like most valuable team. Give it to this Thunder team because I've asked you, I've asked Parrish, I've asked Uncle Buck. Do they look as good as they look on TV in person? And every one of y'all have been like, "Yep."
Yeah.
So
big, athletic, and dangerous.
Yep, which is not what you want.
No.
So rookie of the year, Stephon Castle, Zachary.
I know what's going to happen.
Same, and Jalen Wells. Yeah. It's going to be Stephon Castle, which sucks because only one of these guys is in the playoffs contributing to winning right now. Well, maybe not contributing to winning right now because he's but only one of these guys started in 74 out of 79 games that he played in. He was always given the most difficult defensive assignment, was a above average score. Yeah, he faltered a little bit late, but the biggest snub on this list, in my opinion, is Zach Edey because of a goofy coach out of pettiness benching him. Zach Edey would have walked away with this. Reese Shea's name wouldn't have been on here. Castle wouldn't have been on it. One of those two would have been bumps.
Exactly. But listen, again, Stephon Castle has had a good year. He's been contributing for the Spurs. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. But this should be Jalen Wells' award. He won't win it because he got hurt and his offense struggled a bit down the stretch. But defensively, the effort was always there. He did it. He did the things that won't show up in a box score. And that unfortunately they're looking for box scores.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I hate it. Defensive player of the year. Dyson Daniels, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley. Anybody but Draymond. That's what
I'm saying. I hate that he's even on here. The literal only reason he's on this list is because he said on one of his podcasts, I want to win Defensive Player of the Year. And he jumped to the odds-on favorite within 2 days. I guess some BS, man. Give me Evan Mobley and get Draymond off this list. He's going to be sitting up there mouth breathing anyway. Get him out of here.
It's weird because the next word, the most improved player, Cade, Dyson Daniels, and Zubac. I would put Zubac on a defensive player of the year before I had Draymond Green.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's been playing great. And honestly, I don't know. The fact that Lou Dort, I think, is deserving of this. I would give it to Evan Mobley just because I think do you give Dyson Daniels most improved player? Because Cade's probably going to win it, but it's just weird to me that you give a player that's still that good. I mean, Ja won most improved player.
So most improved players typically the MVP in waiting is typically what that award is. And so for me,
it's awesome. That's a really awesome way to describe it.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Cade he is by far the most improved because he was, had flashes last year, but he's been awesome, especially on the back half of this season. And this is the MVP in waiting. So for me, it's Cade Cunningham, but I could make a strong case for Zubac here as well, especially the playoff push when he was averaging almost 20 rebounds a game. That Clippers team went with him in the second half, and then it's overshadowed a bit by Kawhi getting healthy and getting hot late. But Zubac had an awesome year this year, and so I could make a strong case for him. But this is Cade Cunningham's award.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree, and we're getting to watch both in the playoffs too, so it's not like one of them is fresh on the minds. They're both still in the thick of it. Yeah. Sixth man of the year, we got Malik Beasley, who we talked about earlier, Ty Jerome, and Peyton Pritchard. Pretty deserving group, I would say. I mean, only Naz Reid I might throw in here, but he started a lot. And Naz Reid, I mean, I don't know. I would give it to Malik Beasley just because of the 3-point shooting season he is having. But Ty Jerome's great, man. Went for 28 points or what against the Heat.
I watched it. I was at the game where he cooked us in Memphis. Here, and you can make a strong case for Indy the 3, but I mean, Malik Beasley has had a historic year. I feel like they're going to give it to Peyton Pritchard. He's been the odds-on favorite all year long, wire to wire. But Malik Beasley having a historic 3-point season, he would get my vote as well. Yeah.
Then we got the clutch player of the year, which
is the goofiest award.
I still don't really understand, but we got Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, and the Joker. I feel like the Joker is. I don't want Jalen Brunson to get this just because I've seen the
Yeah, the ridiculous head throws, like somebody breathes on him, he throws his head back. It's just
That's
so
the
like I hate
that's the
watching
part
him
that I don't like. It's like, bro, you're acting like you're taking something to the chin, and you're not.
That's it. Like I can't stand watching Jalen Brunson play basketball. Can't stand it. And so yeah, out of hate, I'm voting for Jokic on this one.
Yeah, same. I mean, I like Ant. You can give it to either one of those. And then Coach of the Year, last one, we got Kenny Atkinson, JB Bickerstaff, and Ime Udoka. I like that both of our finalists for Coach of the Year are on this list, so I'll put a feather in our cap for that.
Yeah.
I think it is Kenny's.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I just think that team, you could. I mean, Ime might be up for this next year. There's no telling. I just think that I think this is the 2-horse race between JB and Kenny, and I could see Kenny getting the edge.
Yeah, just because they're better and they had such a historic season. They had multiple 15-game winning streaks, and that cap seems awesome.
Not Monty Williams was so bad. He was so bad. I think that not that anybody put in this spot would succeed, but I think like hell, you and I probably could have made this list if we coached the Detroit Pistons too.
Yeah, Kate Cunningham, and that team, yeah, for sure.
But it's a decent chunk of awards. One Grizzly. I think they're going to be announcing as the playoffs go, which we'll talk more about this as they're announced. The all NBA teams, all rookie teams. I expect to see more Grizzlies in those.
I think we'll have an all rookie and an all defensive team.
Yeah, I think we might have. I think we'll get to 2 all rookie. I don't know. I think Zach
2 all rookies, and I think Jaren will be an all defensive team just for the haters.
Yes, I agree. Before we get out of here, we got to tube a little bit, my friend. What are you watching? On Tuesday, we tube. We talk about what we're watching on television because there's televisions everywhere.
Yep.
And they're fun. I can go first. I am in the middle of Andor.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andor comes out this week, so I'm rewatching that to get ready for it. Star Wars Andor. And I'm watching Last of Us, which comes out every Sunday. So I'm in the middle of that.
No spoilers.
Thinking about picking the game back up. Just because I went back and rewatched the end of season 1 in preparation for season 2, and I just very rarely have seen something where I feel like I'm just transported back to the game where I'm like, oh yeah, this is when I was running down this and turning left and I had the gun and and so I'm thinking about picking the game back up just because the story's just great. Season 1 story is great. Season 2 story is great. And I was just like, you know what? I forgot this. I want to go. It's a story that it's like, I want to go relive that story by playing. So
for sure. Yeah. I like that.
That's the most spoiler free thing. I feel like I did I watched my face. I didn't give anything away. And this is the guy that does It's a Trap and giggles every time he says anything. I'm proud of myself.
That's also fair. Also fair. Yeah, so I am watching Last of Us. I got 2 things for you. Last of Us, it's awesome. Just finished episode 5 of season 1. We're powering through that. They're long. Like it's hard to watch a couple in a night. You know, it's long.
It's long and it's sad.
Home, and I get back home, get Shelby take care of, coffee ready, all that kind of stuff. It can make for a late night. But it's good. It's sad. It's heavy. Like that's the one where Henry and Sam, they just sucked so bad. So bad.
I had a friend of mine that he was like, dude, I stopped watching, man. He was like, I just don't want to be that sad for that long. And I was like, I don't blame you.
It's a bummer watching Nick Offerman in episode 3 and then Henry and Sam. Like it just sucks, man. But it's a great show. Storyline's awesome. It's very involved. But if you're looking for something a little bit different, Maggie and I watched a spooky movie, kind of a suspenseful, unsettling. It was described as an unsettling movie, and that was perfect. It's called Oddity. Oh, and it's free on Hulu, I believe. Yeah, it's on Hulu, and it's the story of these twin sisters, and one of them is brutally murdered, and the other one uses the occult and some seance type stuff to try and figure out what happened because she doesn't believe the story that came out. It's entertaining. It's an hour and a half. It's entertaining, but they try so many angles to spook you, right? Like there's the jump scare, there's the unknown murder, there's the mental institution, there's the occult, there's dark magic, there's all this stuff kind of thrown into one. And it was a little confusing, but it was very entertaining for an hour and a half, very unsettling. It's called Oddity. Great name for the movie. Yeah. There's cannibalism. There's just a lot of things that are sprinkled in. It's Watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it was a good hour and a half movie called Oddity.
It's got
and they all have Irish accents, which is awesome.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Okay, something for everybody. Irish accents, cannibalism, seances. I'm
man. What more do you need?
This sounds sick. Oddity is a great name. Like, you just say, there's this horror movie called Oddity where there's these twin sisters and one tries to commute. I'm like, done. That sounds sick.
It's really good. But I'm telling you, like, there's a few times where you're just like, are we just getting all the horror movies? Like it throws back to the early 2000s horrors. Like, there's like literally like a sliver of every horror genre in it, and I'm here for it.
Oh, I'm checking.
I'm
it's here for it. Christ is risen, but maybe not these people in this movie. I'm gonna watch this movie. Before we get out of here, tonight, 6 p.m. watch party. Ghost River Brewing Company, Memphis, Tennessee. $6 Old Dominic cocktails. Rusty's gonna be there. Kenny's gonna be there, right? Who else is gonna be there? Kenny gonna be there. Sane.
Yeah, Sane. It must. Yeah, sorry, man. Just getting all excited over here. Me and Kenny. I think Kenny. He's got some volleyball stuff with his daughter. May or may not be there. I know Sane's going to be there. The Old Dominic's crew is going to be there. Ghost River's going to have a great turnout. So y'all come hang out, man. It's really the best venue in Memphis. Hang out, eat some wings, drink some beer, and watch the Grizzlies get a win tonight.
Yeah, come out, support the boys. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. Mainly because I think mathematically it's going to be really hard to get beat by 50 points twice in a row. We'll see. We will be back tomorrow to talk about the game and the watch party. So come and hang out with us tomorrow, 7:30. Come and hang out with the boys tonight, 6 p.m. And if we can leave you with anything as you go about your day, remember these two things. Remember to be a little weird, just a little bit, and remember to smile. Bye, guys. Go Grizzlies. See you tomorrow.